Hello everybody, welcome to Voices of Friedreich's Ataxia. Our goal is to raise awareness and funds to cure Friedreich's Ataxia, FA. Today we will talk about inheritance of FA. Upon hearing a diagnosis of FA, people often reasonably ask, but it doesn't run in our family, so how could it be genetic? The answer is that the mutations underlying FA can run silently through a family, because the disease is inherited in an autosomal recessive pattern. Autosomal refers to the fact that the frataxin gene is on chromosome 9, one of the 22 pairs of autosomes, chromosomes other than the X or Y. Recessive means it takes two defective copies of the frataxin gene to cause FA, with one copy inherited from each parent, neither of whom would normally have FA symptoms. Thus, FA might seem to occur out of the blue, but in reality, both parents are FA carriers, each silently harboring a mutation in frataxin. Many parents have no idea that they're carriers of FA until they have a child who has the disease. About 1 in 100 Americans is an FA carrier, but in some ethnic groups the frequency is higher. For example, about 1 in 70 people of Acadian, Cajun, ancestry is a carrier. The most common type of mutation in the frataxin gene is called a trinucleotide repeat expansion. Spelled out in the 4 chemical letters that make up DNA, it looks like a stutter in the frataxin gene. Normally, the gene contains 5 to 30 repeats of the 3-letter chemical phrase GAA, but in people with FA, the gene can contain hundreds of GAA repeats. Longer repeat expansions tend to cause an earlier onset and faster progression of FA, but the association isn't strong enough to predict the course of FA in individual cases. In more than 95% of people with FA, both copies of the frataxin gene contain expanded repeats. In the rest, just one copy of the frataxin gene is expanded and the other contains a single letter change in the DNA code, called a point mutation. In FA carriers, the frataxin gene can contain a repeat expansion, a point mutation or a permutation, a number of expanded repeats that's just below the disease-causing range. In the germ line, ova and sperm, pre-mutations might or might not expand into the disease-causing range, which makes it complicated for some carriers to determine their risks of passing on FA. As a general rule, children with a biological sibling affected by FA have a 25% chance of developing the disease themselves. This information was taken from MDA with their permission. Their link is provided in description.